Verb. A verb is a word used to describe an action or state of a subject. Verbs are words that show an action, sing, occurrence, develop, or state of being, exist. For example, the dog ran across the yard. Action. She is a teacher in my school. State. Types of verbs. There are 8 types of verbs. Action verbs. Transitive verbs. Intransitive verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Stative verbs. Modal verbs. Phrasal verbs. Irregular verbs. Action verbs. An action verb tells what the subject of our sentence is doing. Action verbs can be used to express physical or mental actions, like run, dance, jump, think, do, smile, listen, etc. Action verbs are of 2 types: physical action verb and mental action verb. For example, I ride my bicycle to school. That idea sounds good. She thinks about poetry all day long. He loves to dance with his friends. Transitive verbs. A transitive verb is one that is used with an object, a noun, phrase, or pronoun that refers to the person or thing that is affected by the action of the verb. A transitive verb only makes sense if it exerts its action on an object. For example, Sanjay sent a postcard from London. Send is the action, postcard is the object. Akansha washed the dishes after dinner. Washed is the action, dishes is the object. My dog ate carrots off the floor. Ate is the action, carrots is the object. In each of the examples, the subject performs an action, and there is an object that receives the action. Intransitive verbs. An intransitive verb is a verb that does not take a direct object. This means that there is no word in the sentence that tells who or what received the action of the verb. An intransitive verb is the opposite of a transitive verb. It does not require an object to act upon. For example, the car appeared. My store opened. Her phone rang. The girls sang beautifully. Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are used to help express the main verb's tense, mood, or voice. They are also called helping verbs, as they help the main verb which comes after them. The most common auxiliary verbs are be, have, and do. For example, she is reading a magazine. They have done the work. Do you want a coffee? Auxiliary verbs never occur alone in a sentence. They always occur with a main verb. Stative verbs. Stative verbs describe a state rather than an action. They usually relate to thoughts, emotions, relationships, senses, states of being, and measurements. For example, our client appreciated all the work we did for him. Rahul feels good today. The kids love ice cream. I don't understand what you mean. For the most part, we use stative verbs to express abstract concepts. Modal verbs. A modal verb is a type of auxiliary, helping verb that is used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. They are used together with the main verb of the sentence. Common examples include can, should, and must. For example, I can swim every Tuesday. My baby brother should be asleep by now. Her parents must be so proud. May I leave early today? Modal verbs always come directly before the main verb, as shown in the examples above. Phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs, also called multi-word verbs, are a group of words that combine a verb with an adverb or a preposition. These verbs are very common, and some popular examples include get out, come down, give away, and put up with. For example, their car broke down 2 kilometers out of town. We left out the trash for pickup. Stand up when speaking in class, please. Take off your shoes before you walk on the carpet. Irregular verbs. Most verbs have a past tense and past participle with ed, worked, played, listened. Irregular verbs don't take on the regular d, or ied of the past tense or past participle. Many of the most frequently used verbs are irregular. Begin is the base form, began, is the past tense, begun, is the past participle. Draw is the base form, drew, is the past tense, drawn, is the past participle. See is the base form, saw, is the past tense, seen, is the past participle. For example, I want to build a sand castle like the one we built last year. Let's drink some of this tea. I drank some yesterday as well. Thank you.